Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm, of course, your host, Joe Chon Love. Here back again for Sports Review topics. This time, episode 145. Thank you all for joining me. Plenty of stuff to go over today on the podcast. The MLB is back. UFC 287 is on Saturday. Gonna go over that, as well as talking about the NBA playoffs. Give a little predictions as far as who gets in, who gets out, as next week we begin the play-in tournament for the NBA to solidify the final playoff spots in the NBA playoffs. So, gonna talk about all that and a bunch more. But alas, thank you for joining me. Of course, before we get into it, due to Sports Overview topics, or if you want to see more of these videos, click that subscribe button down in the corner, and click that notification bell as well. But alas, thank you, and let's get started. First, what I want to talk about on the podcast, the play-in tournament for playoffs is starting Tuesday, so less than a week away. So the field mostly has figured itself out, and the NBA playoffs, and these are the standings as of today, which I'll go over, and then, of course, give my thoughts on, predictions, and also who represents each conference. Might as well go over it. Early predictions already, but yeah, so as of today, for the Eastern Conference, as follows: Milwaukee Bucks, number 1 seed; Celtics 2; 76ers 3; Cleveland Cavaliers 4; New York Knicks 5. They have all cemented their playoff spots, or spots in the playoffs. Brooklyn Nets still going strong at 6. And then, as far as the play-in so far standings, we got the Miami Heat at 7, Toronto Raptors at 8, Atlanta Hawks at 8, Raptors are at 9, and a team I would not want to face right now, the Chicago Bulls, at 10. So, as it stands right now, and every other team in the East has been eliminated from playoff and play-in contention. So, this is how it go right now. Pretty much the only case is for who gets the 6th seed, either the Brooklyn Nets or Miami Heat. As for 8 and 9, the Raptors and Bulls are tight in the play-in. So, I guess there is a way for the Hawks to get the 6th seed, but right now it seems either the Miami Heat or the Brooklyn Nets are going to be a 6th seed. So I'll pull up the remaining games they have left really quick. So, Miami Heat finishes the regular season 2 road games. So, they will finish on the road tomorrow evening versus the 76ers. And then they will finish on the road in Washington on Friday against the Wizards. I'd say they go 1-1 in that final 2 because the 76ers can still... Wait, let me go back. Yeah, the 76ers can still get the 2 seed. And now, I don't know. I think I would rather face either... Well, I mean, you don't know, but I would rather face the Brooklyn Nets right now than, or even the Heat, than possibly one of these. Well, I mean, not sure, but 76ers have a chance to still get the 2 seed from the Celtics after last night. So, based on that, if all goes fall, the Heat would go 43-38. Now let's check the Brooklyn Nets remaining games really quick. So let's see. Currently, they're leading the Pistons by 13. I think they can hold on and win that matchup. Then they go play hosts to Orlando, the Magic. A unique young team. I was kind of hoping they'd make a little run, but not to be. Paolo Banchero, nice little first season. And then they host the 76ers. So 76ers are going to be very intriguing in how this shakes up. But I'd say they go, in order for the Heat to get the 6th seed, I'd say the Nets would have to lose out and Miami wins out. And I don't think that will happen. So I would give Nets would win against Pistons, and then I think they be against the Magic, but fall to the Sixers on Sunday. So there's that. So they would hold on to the 6th seed. So that's how it stands. Now, also, Miami would have to worry about the Atlanta Hawks. So yeah, but nonetheless, I'd say this mostly stands currently. So I would have... So based on the plan, I would say Miami over Atlanta. So Miami would get the 7th seed. Toronto, I would have lose to the Bulls. I'm just really digging the Chicago Bulls as of late. Just really digging them. So then we got the Hawks facing the Bulls for the final playoff spot in the East. And I would actually... Now, Hawks did beat the Bulls the other day. So they got momentum on them. It would be at home. But I think I would swing towards Chicago just because Atlanta puzzles me at times. Same with Chicago, but I think with just what they have on their team, I go with the Bulls in that matchup. So then based on that, Milwaukee would host the Bulls. Celtics would host the Heat. 76ers would host the Brooklyn Nets. Cavs would host the Knicks. So I would predict Milwaukee over Chicago. I would have the Celtics over the Heat. And yes, I just boasted about Chicago for a bit, only for them to be one done in the playoffs. But I think with the way their role has been, just seems like they'll get in for me. Sixers over Brooklyn Nets. And I would have the Knicks being, well, that would be an intriguing series. The Cavs versus the Knicks. Because the Donovan Mitchell aspect, when it looked like Donovan Mitchell is going to the Knicks to join Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle, quickly has stepped up at times this season. But I don't know. With Garland and Mobley's there and Donovan Mitchell, I would take, might go 6-7 games. I'm going with the Cleveland Cavs in that matchup. So then, Milwaukee hosting the Cavs and Celtics, Sixers. I would take the Celtics, or actually, right now I take the Sixers over the Celtics, and I take Milwaukee over the Cavs. Milwaukee versus Philly. And then I'd have Milwaukee win and going to the NBA Finals representing the East as my early prediction. Now the East, which is much more dicey. As it stands right now, the Denver Nuggets, Memphis Grizzlies, 2 games behind at 2. Boy, is that gap been bridged. It looked like Denver was going to run away with the 1 seed. But they've hit some adversity as of late. But Sacramento Kings have been the great story of the season at 3. Phoenix Suns at 4. They have all locked up a playoff spot in the West. As of currently, Warriors currently the 5 seed and the Clippers are the 6 seed. How it stands right now. Oops. So let me pull up the schedules as of late. My Wi-Fi is being crappy right now. On my phone. Okay, there we go. So the Warriors wrap up their schedule on the road in Sacramento Friday night, and then go to Portland on Sunday. The Warriors on the road. I mean, you don't know what to say. They have been just horrific on the road this season. I don't know how to explain it. They've just been terrible on the road. But I think they'll finish ultimately 1-1 there and stick with the 5 seed. Clippers, ay. So the Clippers, that may decide. So tonight, Lakers, Clippers. Clippers finish hosting Portland and going to Phoenix. I'd say they go 1-2 actually in those final 3, which would open the door then for the Lakers to get the 6th seed, I have to say. And the Lakers host the Suns and the Jazz after those 2 matchups. I think they lose to the Suns, but they beat the Jazz, so they go 2-1. So they would actually be this 6th seed then. Wait, yeah, the 6th seed. Now, as much as I like the Mavericks, I don't think they're getting in. Let's check up on the Pelicans and the Timberwolves as well. So let's see. So the Pelicans host. Oh, that may be for. That's going to be crucial. So currently, the Pelicans are playing the Grizzlies, have the Knicks, and go to Minnesota on Sunday to wrap up their season. It's hard to say, but I think they go 0-3. I think they go 0-3. So let's check the Timberwolves really quick. So tomorrow, Minnesota, or Saturday, Minnesota goes to San Antonio and hosts, obviously, the Pelicans. I think they go 2-0. So, by that nature, I have them taking the 2 seed or the 8 seed, excuse me. So Pelicans would be 40-42 if they lose out. Now, last piece, the Thunder. Sorry, I'm taking longer than expected. So Thunder would go to the Jazz, that's dicey, and then host the Grizzlies to end the season. They would go 1-1, but that wouldn't be enough. So, based on my predictions, then 1 through 5, 6, but the Lakers move up to 6. The Clippers would be the 7th seed. Pelicans and the T-Wolves would actually switch spots. And OKC would stick at 10. So based on that, let's see. So right off the bat, so you would have the Clippers hosting the Timberwolves. I would take the Clippers in that matchup. So they would be the 7th seed. And then the Pelicans, the 9th seed versus the 10th seed, OKC Thunder. OKC is young. They're hungry. I mean, now, Pelicans are very tough as well with Brandon Ingram, Valanciunas, McCollum. They are very good. Very, very good. But SGA to me is the wild card, I'd say. But I don't think it's enough. So I'm going to go with New Orleans in that matchup. So then for the 8th seed, it'd be Minnesota hosting New Orleans. And ultimately, I think Minnesota takes that one to be the 8th seed. So then, in that case, we'd have Denver hosting Minnesota. We'd have the Grizzlies hosting the Clippers. We'd have the Kings hosting the Lakers. And then the Suns versus the Warriors, provided no one gets hurt. KD versus the Warriors for the first round would just be epic. Just be epic. So, I would take the Nuggets over the T-Wolves. I would take the Grizzlies. I would take the Grizzlies over the Clippers. I would take the Lakers over upsetting the Kings. And they would advance. Suns versus the Warriors. That is dicey. That is dicey. But that is good enough to be a finals. I mean, you gotta win games on the road. And I just think with that, them not having home field advantage, I gotta go with the Suns here. I gotta go with the Suns. All healthy. So, based on that, or no wait, I would have the Warriors actually beat. I would have the Suns. I would have the Suns. So then the Nuggets would then host the Lakers, Grizzlies hosting the Suns. I would have the Nuggets over the Lakers, and I would have the Suns over the Grizzlies. And then we get the Suns and Nuggets and the following match, and ultimately decide the West. All healthy. It's getting tougher, but I'd go with Denver in that one. So my matchup as of today in the finals: Denver, Milwaukee. There we go.